I'm excited for that.
And then the grand finals where one team is going to walk away with $25,000 and a spot at the Smite World Championships in Atlanta, Georgia in January, where $1 million is on the line for 10 teams across the world.
That's absolutely massive. I can't get my head around that. This is the first season that Smite has been in the Oceania region, and we get this. Hi-rez are absolutely amazing.
Oh, thank you. What about me? Am I amazing?
You're pretty amazing. You look very.
Okay, we're getting awkward. Let's switch cams. No, though, 8 teams joined us in Atlanta, Georgia for the Smite World Championships last year. It's been expanded to 10 teams, and Oceania is the region we went to. Game 2, though, for the 3rd place match. Integral Nation facing off against SYF. Sides are going to be switching SYF, the order side, and first pick.
Oh, Giannis banned right away. Interesting. They don't want to give that one to Mouse. He didn't get that at all yesterday either.
No, it was banned in both their matches versus Avant. And so far, SYF, Magnet specifically, has played such a phenomenal Giannis. But it's something they probably don't want to first pick is what I'm expecting. And they know if they don't first pick it, Integral Nation will.
Yeah. Zhonghui immediately banned away for Integral.
Jack's like, all right, guys,
no
if you do not ban Zhong, I am quitting. I am walking off the stage. Zhong, honestly, right now, has been proven to be a very lane dominator. First pick coming through, though, Bellona for SYF banned out in game 1.
Interesting. So that's going to go in the solo lane, most likely. Divine knows how to play that one. It could be played in the jungle, though. LiquidRenegade does play a very mean Bellona, but Jack47, in the Pro League, he played so much Bellona. He knows exactly how she works, but he still got soloed out yesterday, which was kind of interesting.
Jack has been playing phenomenal in team fights, but his laning phase has been weak. I think a lot of times it's just bad matchups. He hasn't had anyone who can really control and dominate a lane, and unfortunately he's fallen susceptible, all right? Maybe not giving a lot of respect to his opponents. After that game, I think we will. Picks and bans for Oceania continue to be a very tanky lineups. Bellona, Gab drafted for SYF, Athena and Xing for an integral. But yeah, I'm looking at the Artemis. Not something we really ever see.
No.
Recently buffed, though.
Really?
Yeah, her mana cost across most of her abilities have been reduced. That's something that Artemis really struggled with. Artemis actually outputting one of the highest amounts of damage for any hunter, but has no movement ability at all, outside of a small steroid. And it's not enough to get away.
It's attack speed and movement speed.
Yes.
She's also got that bore for CC. It will target the closest enemy or someone that you're looking at, and then you can trap them as well.
Yes.
As soon as they get stunned, you trap, and then you use your steroid, and then put out all that DPS.
This is the support. Geb is the support, though, that you want to pair with an Artemis. I don't really think anything else. Maybe an Athena. Geb just has so much protection. It's really going to allow Artemis and Redoxide to fight pretty freely without having to worry too much. Redoxide will have to worry about his positioning. Picking on the other side, we see Isis locked in for integral. That's going to be going to the mid lane. The band's coming through. Some hunters taken out in Hu Yi and Bastet band, but it's going to be Ram picked up to match up against this Artemis.
The snipe's coming through in his ultimate. We have to see
there it is.
Able to land that one. Chronos.
There's the Chronos.
Oh, yes. Divine on his Chronos. Not banned or picked at all yesterday. And
is this something that he just... Why hasn't he been picking it, do you think?
I'm not too sure. Maybe just saving it for this moment. Just right now. Last game, possibly, if Integral can't win this one out. So, Divine... Oh... This is it. Every
time you say Divine and Chronos, you are just like in love. I could hear it in your voice. This is going to be a treat to watch, I'm assuming, guys. Divine has been controlling his lane, not only against Jack here in this matchup, but even against the Dire Wolves yesterday. He has been a big part of SYF, and, you know, he's not going to be able to make it to SWC, SYF, and Integral. They're out. They're just competing for money at this point and bragging rights in OPL. Especially. But Season 3, Divine is a player that we should be watching out for.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see next year as well, to see where all of these guys will be at. Guan Yu last pick here, and Agni as well on SYF. Team composition's looking extremely strong. SYF hyper carries. Their team comp, in one word, hyper carries. That Artemis and Chronos in the late game, absolutely amazing.
And then they have the Agni for a lot of space control, some AoE damage, and the Geb Bellona, they're going to be playing Protect. The problem I'm looking at, though, is Geb and Bellona, right? Who's going to be the front line? More than likely Bellona, and Geb's probably going to be playing Peel, but who does he prioritize? Is it going to be Chronos or is it going to be Artemis? Who's he going to look to protect? It's not easy to protect two hyper carries.
It can't be Chronos, because if you put all of your burst into Chronos, he can use his rewind, and if he survives through that, straight back to as much HP as he was 5 seconds ago. Different position as well.
Yes.
Very hard to lock down. And Artemis got the gib with her as well. How do you choose? What do you choose?
It's going to be an interesting one, but hypercarry is the name of the game. I would say that SYF game 1, their lineup was fairly tanky, and the players didn't have to worry too much about peeling and positioning. It was kind of just like, we're very big, we're just going to be running in. I mean, Divine just was 3v1ing at level 12 or 13. Thought nothing of it. This time, though, on the Chronos, it's going to be a little bit harder for him. He's going to have to worry about positioning. And this, for me, is where Integral can really take advantage. The fact that there's 2 hyper carries, force one out, force the Geb to play Protect and Peel, and then immediately transition into focusing the other one, to focusing a different target and look to burst them down.
Yeah, both these characters are extremely low health and very, very squishy, but if you do have correct support and damage coming through, then it's going to be very, very difficult. Here we are, though, game number 2 of the Smite Regional Finals between Integral Nation and SYF Gaming. Here we go, guys.
Let's get in the game. Give it up, SYF Gaming versus Integral Nation here. Divine on his Chronos. This apparently is going to be the treat we're looking to watch. He's done such a phenomenal job so far in this tournament. We'll see if he can close it out for SYF and the team and win that $12,000 for 3rd place.
He's already got Soulstone. Divine with Soulstone, looking to be extremely aggressive here.
Soulstone, I mean, this is the item that you expect to at least not take a lot of poke for, and you can see he's actually stacking up a lot of early potions.
Yeah.
He is looking to fight Jack, and actually, this matchup in the Soul Lane, I would say favors Divine pretty heavily. The fact that you can time stop Jack and that the Taolu Assault, it's going to be hard for Jack to clear the wave, honestly. This is, once again, I think a bad direct lane matchup, but look at this. SYF, they're looking to invade.
They've got the mid camps already, not a start that you usually will see. They're going to go from that. Will they go towards the blue? Yes, they are. They're looking for Integral to take a bit of damage from it first. No, actually ignored here by Integral. Did they see it coming?
Yeah, you can see the ward there at the mid camps. Integral recognized where SYF, good vision control from them early on, making sure they don't lose too much. Jack already taking, he is tanking the archer damage, already at half life, taunt coming through from FaunKeH, but it's not going to do anything for now.
And this is sort of going back to the old meta where the jungler would stay in the solo lane for a little bit of XP rather than going straight to the mid camps. Mid camps already taken. Over here in the duo lane, Tomahawk on that Xing first support Xing that we've seen.
Yeah, it's something that we've seen in other regions, but it's been more in the jungle, I would say, so far in Oceania here. Yeah. We'll see how it works out in the support role. No, Tomahawk actually played it in his first game. Yeah, they played it against Avant. So Tomahawk actually had a phenomenal game against Avant on the Xing 10. We'll see if he can have a repeat performance. Robdigidy, though, taking a lot of poke early. Look at how aggressive Redoxide is. Way too aggressive. Tomahawk going super aggressive. Who's going to get the first auto? It's going to be Ra finding first blood. Great pick for him. Huge play. We're going to be getting back in the game here shortly, guys. Just going to be fixing up a couple things. Small technical difficulties. Back in the game. Tomahawk able to pick up Twist with a huge rotation from FaunKeH and Mouse as well.
So Integral with 2 kills on top of Sif, and oh wow, huge damage onto Divine.
Oh, Jack's gonna get this kill!
Yes, he will! 3-0 already for Sif Gaming here. Integral.
Jack heard us talking about how he was gonna lose the lane. That's what he did. He's like, no. I'm gonna kill Divine this time. I'm not having any of it. Jack right now, honestly, both the hyper carries for SYF taking early deaths. This is really good for Integral right now.
I said it during the break. Nothing in game 1 will reflect on game number 2. Integral 3-0, reverse of game number 1, 2 minutes into the game as well. Last game we saw it was like 5 minutes before the first blood was taken.
So far, though, early on, we've seen a lot of aggression. Once again, guys, we're going to be fixing this up for you quickly. Getting back in the game. Look at that purple keyboard. I want that keyboard.
I like it. It's nice. It's all sparkly.
Who makes it? Sponsor me. What? Redoxide level 3 right now, just hitting level 4. Robdigidy going to have a slight advantage so far, but it's for me, it's Jack getting that early kill. The question is he going to continue to be aggressive or just play a respectable game and look to farm it up?
I think no matter what, as long as SYF can drag this out to the late game, they're going to be able to pull this game out. because they've got the hyper carries. Artemis late game, absolutely insane. Is the only downside
man.
is getting picked.
Redoxide's in trouble. He's getting slowed out by the Astraeos, but look at this rotation coming from Integral. Redoxide, there is nowhere for him to go. This taunt is going to be coming through. One more auto. FaunKeH finds the kill. Integral Nation find the 4th of the game, and right now they are controlling the map. Not just one lane, not just 2 lanes. They are dominating everywhere, it seems.
And Twist wasn't there. If Twist had the Gib shield on towards Redoxide, he would have lived. But
even then,
Twist was not there.
Even if he was there, it would have been really close. LiquidRenegade looks like he's going to get out as we see Mouse and all of Integral rotate in. FaunKeH, though, looking for a taunt, not going to have it. LiquidRenegade with that speed buff a little bit too fast.
Alrighty, so taking a look at the builds, everything just extremely standard here. Mouse is actually going towards that lost artifact instead of the tiny trinket.
Probably just looking...
Going for the Chronos pendant, you think?
Probably for the Chronos pendant. Isis has a lot of control in her kit. Not only the Spirit Ball for the stun, but also the silence, and that silence does so. It actually steals away protection, it slows, and it actually gives you magical protection from the opponent. Man, that ability is so good.
It is. Isis is just utility mage. She's got the stun, she's got the slow, she's got huge amounts of damage and speeds herself up with movement speed while dealing damage, and she's got the circle of protection. Gives you protections and heals based on damage around that circle.
And Isis is such a lane dominator. That's why we've seen Mouse, already take 2 early rotations over to the dual lane of SYF, and why Redoxide has found 2 deaths is the fact that Mouse is controlling this lane, forcing Magnet under tower, and because of it, SYF, they can't rotate to protect their carries. And, SYF right now, we talked about their hyper carries, right? But when you talk about hyper carries, that's like late game hyper carries.
Yeah,
early game, they're not bringing that damage.
Yeah.
They can get picked off very easily.
I think they've got around 400 base HP at level 1.
It's low.
It's extremely low. So it's going to be very, very difficult for SYF to come back. But as long as they can stall it out, Divine, nice damage onto Jack 47. There's the cavalry charge as well. Rewind gives him that HP. He's able
Jack's
to
in trouble.
And Jack, Defender Olympus does come through. Can he get burst out? No, he does survive through that one and able to walk away with just a sliver
If
of
those
HP.
minions weren't there, Jack would have killed Divine. No doubt about it. Unfortunately, though, those archers doing too much damage early on. He had to back out, even with the Athena ult charging onto him. Divine, no rewind, though, so he's going to be susceptible to ganks for at least a minute or 2.
Has he backed yet? Yeah, he did, because he died, obviously. But, so, what do you reckon first item will be?
I don't know. Chronos can build a couple different ways. Sometimes we even see ethereal staff coming out just to make sure. Yeah, it's literally just to stack a lot of health to make sure you don't die, so you don't lose to that Guan early on. Unfortunately, he did take a first blood death, but there are multiple builds. Sometimes you will see the warlocks as well.
Book of Thoth. He started it already. He wants
damage.
to go late game.
Damage, boys. Pin boots as well. No cooldown reduction boots.
No, he's
mid
relying. Oh, nothing down on towards.
Looks like Twist forced the ultimate on Twist was forced out there, but nothing going to come from it.
Yeah,
just
burst
poked
out
out
just a little bit too, and that's a speed buff being taken as well. Does FaunKeH have his speed buff? Yes, he does. For those of you who don't know, FaunKeH is absolutely in love with speed buff. Okay, so FaunKeH looking for a taunt onto Magnet. He does land it. Gib shield immediately. Jack 47 does take quite a bit of tower damage. He is Guan Yu, though. He's got that AoE heal for the sustain. Team fights. Who do you reckon will come out on top?
I think, at least for early to the mid-game, I'm really looking at Integral. It's going to be about getting Divine and Redoxide online on these hyper carries that do so much damage. You can 1v1, 1v2 sometimes with that burst potential. SYF, I think for them, they just kind of need to slow down the pace of the game. They don't need to force anything. They need to send their tower like they just did. Even when Integral was, pushing it.
Damage on towards Jack. Can he get burst out? Divine looking for it. Just a couple more basics. He's getting juked out. Heal, and it is secured. First kill on the board for SYF, and that's on Divine. Not looking good for Integral. The snowball may have just begun.
I mean, Jack did so well to find the solo kill, at level 4, at level 5, but even then, Divine, in that last fight, he was a level up in about 102 gold, now 400 gold, and Divine, regardless of dying, has continued to dominate Jack.
Yeah, and that's just the powerhouse. We say that Chronos has a very, very weak early game, but his
Not in
wave
this
clear is so strong.
Yeah, but in this matchup, though, it's so good able to stun out the Talu Assault.
Yeah.
With that time stop, I think the direct matchup is just in favor of Chronos.
The Soul Stone as well. 5 basic attacks will give him 30 magical power on top of
Cataclysm
his
coming
next
through.
ability.
Mouse in a lot of trouble. Circle Protection going to be popped, but Twist still finds the kill. And now they're looking at Tomahawk.
man.
Tomahawk going to try and launch 3 players in the air. Magnet forced out, but there's no follow-up. Tomahawk's by himself.
He's got no damage. He tries to do something, but that's just an ultimate and a tiny bit of damage on towards SYF. So nice pickup.
Divine,
there.
oh, Divine, he's going to die here. Athena going to come crashing down. LiquidRenegade, he's jumped in trying to save Divine, but it's not going to be enough. FaunKeH looking for the taunt, but Jack is clearing wave. Jack, why are you clearing wave?
Did he have his ult? He didn't have his ult. Oh. Could the kill have been secured there?
I think so. It was just another miscommunication, unfortunately. We saw it back in game 1. It's sometimes, you know, FaunKeH wanted to fight. Jack was just trying to farm. The communication wasn't there, unfortunately, and that's just something that they're going to have to work on. They're still in the lead, though, about 600 gold, Integral Nation ahead, but they're going to have to buckle down to make sure they can beat SYF in game 2.
These graphs are so back and forth. Look at them. It's in favor of Integral here, though. They're up 3 kills, 9 minutes into the game, 700 gold. Not too much here, though.
Not a big lead. Jack here going to be taking this tower down. Divine's rotated in, but continuing to put a little bit of pressure onto the map, and we've seen that from Integral in both the mid and the solo lane right now, where they'll find some kills, find some picks, force some people back, and then look to poke out those towers. You can see mid tower already under half as well, but for now, the pace of the game seems to have slowed down a little bit, and this is what SYF want. Integral, they need to be the ones looking to pressure, especially Redoxide.
Yeah, Redoxide needs to be behind as much as possible here for Integral. If he does farm up, the later this game goes, we keep saying it, Blink torn onto Magnet, no follow-up though, as LiquidRenegade was zoned out from Mouse and Tomahawk. They're looking for the kill there. There is Eagle's Rally, going to be able to jump away from that one. He's at roughly 50% HP. Spirit Ball does come out, not going to land on anyone.
Really great job from SYF there to disengage as a team, perfectly timing their stuns, but it's going to be Mouse. Oh no, Tomahawk blinking in, immediately beats forced out, and that's just going to be a couple ults used. Jack going to take a little bit of poke, but I mean, SYF right now, they don't have the follow-up damage.
Oh, a bit of damage, and it looks like FaunKeH, he wants to go in. There's no beats for Magnet or Redoxide. Huge damage on towards Redoxide. He's forced away from the fight. Mouse is looking for something. Can the damage be turned around? LiquidRenegade in the back line picks up Jack 47. Divine is making the rotation over now. Mouse extremely low. Will he go down to Liquid?
Mouse,
it looks like he'll be able to secure it with that bludgeon. FaunKeH takes huge amounts of damage with the second stage there.
But look at this, Robdigidy, he's rotated in. FaunKeH super low, but they're looking for Twist. Divine picks up Tomahawk in the back line. He actually split push, took his tower, rotated in, and found a kill. Integral, it looks like they dove a little bit too deep. They end up losing 3. Only Magnet falling for SYF. You saw multiple players get low. It was a good attempt by Integral. They just couldn't find the kills that they needed.
And this is the comeback here for SYF. Look at the graph. It was all in favor of Integral, and then SYF just coming back now, especially after that fight. Divine just played so well there. Like you said, took that tower and then made a very nice rotation, picked up a kill as well. How many kills does he have? If we take a look at 2-0 at the moment.
He found the solo kill at about the 10, or I would say 9-8 minute mark, and that rotation kill as well. Unfortunately, he's fallen twice, but already 2 levels on Jack. Divine right now has been the star in both games. He was solo killed, and right now he is the star in game 2, I would say. Magnet and Twist playing pretty well. Mouse as well, though, on this Isis has done a great job of controlling space. Divine rotating in, looking for Tomahawk.
Oh, nice torn. There's a Cataclysm, only hits
Tomahawk.
Okay, though, and now he is stunned up. Boar does go down. There's a Circle of Protection, not going to get any damage or healing off at all, and that was a rewind forced from
Mouse
Divine.
is in
He
trouble.
went under tower, and Mouse does get picked off. Who does that go towards? LiquidRenegade, and now they're looking for the Gold Fury.
This is going to be a Gold Fury at the very least attempt. Look at this, Tomahawk forced back to base. Robdigidy, his brother's there as well. It's only going to be Jack. Jack stole Gold Fury in game 1. The question is, can he do it here in game 2?
Too much
Divine
damage.
and Twist are like, no. Not going to happen twice in a row. SYF, they find some kills, they find a tower, and now they find the Gold Fury. They were down 1,000 gold, and now they've swung it in their favor. 2,000 gold in the lead, 4,000 experience. Divine a couple levels up, LiquidRenegade a level up, Magnet a couple levels up as well, and SYF, they lost in the lane, but the team fights, it's all been about them.
Yeah, and they've got the damage for it as well. Magnet been landing those rain fires, beautiful stuns as well, all followed up as well. All team potential coming through from SYF has been followed up on.
Tomahawk rotating over here to the mid lane, Mouse as well, and look, I don't know what happened to Integral. I mean, they were playing so well, but they haven't been farming has been their problem. Jack was trying to back, but now he's actually stuck around trying to save FaunKeH. LiquidRenegade, Divine, pretty deep into the jungle, but it doesn't look like they want to take too many risks. They've pulled the lead back into their favor, but they want to make sure that they win this clean. A lot of respect, just like game one. Don't play it crazy. Play it safe.
So ethereal staff here for FaunKeH first. He wants that power, he wants that health, he wants to be tanky, but he just doesn't have protections there. As you can see, 600 health, 300 mana, 30 magical power, and we said it last game, 42 magical power based off the passive. So that's 72 magical power?
It's a lot of it's a very good item for these magical bruisers like Athena, like Xing. It works out for Xing as well if you're looking to put damage on him. It's a perfect item. It's picked up pretty early here too. It's very expensive, but it's really going to be FaunKeH. It's going to be tanky, and the question is, who is the damage coming for on Integral? It's twice now that a lot of it's about kind of setting up for the team, and there's no one that's really going to be bursting in. Divine in a lot of trouble, and perfect rewind before that taunt goes off, though. Jack, he's looking for him.
Does he have his beads up? Yes, he does.
He's saving him.
Not using him, though. A nice stun out.
Is he going to get away with this?
So low. Oh
What?
my God, Gab Shield. Divine playing that perfectly.
I'm real surprised, and I almost feel like Integral kind of like backed off. They weren't too worried. It was really about the perfect timing of that time stop. Stunning out to Robdigidy, ends up soloing Redoxide. Look at that health. Oh, I don't know what happened there, but that had to have been a back and forth. No, yeah, his ultimate was used. I'm assuming he just found the last shot. Twist and Magnet. Looks like they're trying to guess. These mid camps already been taken, though, and Integral going to be rotating back to the mid lane. These teams have just been grouped up in this mid lane both games.
Yeah, and after that solo kill, Robdigidy now almost finished his executioners here, whereas Redoxide is still extremely far behind. What is
about
the
a
gold
500
difference?
gold lead directly for Integral, and that's with SYF having that gold fury. So Robdigidy so far done a great job of making sure to win that direct matchup. We saw it in game one as well. He wasn't like far ahead of Redoxide, but he found the small leads. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough in game one. The question is, can Rob find that lead in game two and make an impact?
I'm really excited to see how late this game goes, because Integral are playing so well in this
the
early
game. It's 2,000 gold lead, right?
Yeah,
it's dead even.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, it's down to these team fights that Sif have been playing so well. Integral, their laning phase and their rotation have been on point.
Jack gonna knock down that tier 1 tower that has been working on pretty much all game. Back off as Divine rotates in. Divine 2-2-2 so far. Jack, only kill he's had was a solo kill, but he's been rotating a lot and making sure that his team forces fights where he's there when the fights are forced. Mid camp's going to be started up. Look at Mouse, though, and Tomahawk. They're looking for Divine caught out. Divine, no ultimate on him.
Get picked off. There's a taunt. Does he have his speeds up? He still does. There it is. His rewind is also off cooldown. There's an Eagles rally. Nice 3-man stun. What will SYF follow up with there? Mouse taken extremely low. No kills, though. Just a bit of a skirmish in the jungle. Not going to be followed up at all.
So for me, Integral, they 100% could have bursted down Divine, but they seemed a little bit wary of the follow-up damage from SYF. You saw SYF rotate in, and an Integral making sure that they don't overextend themselves. It seems that they are really looking for these team fights, not necessarily wanting to overextend, make sure they don't lose too much just for a pick.
Okay, so Divine has got, is that max stacks? Close to max stacks Book of Toph, and now he's going for the Demonic Grip. Almost lost it.
looking for the auto attacks there, and a mix of damage as well on his abilities. This is Demonic Grip so good for Chronos, one of the few mages who a lot of the damage is coming off of auto attacks here. Gold Fear going to be spawning in just a couple seconds, 8 seconds on it. Right now, gold lead 1,500 ahead. Multiple members of SYF grouped up. Magnet in a lot of trouble.
Up. There's the Geb Shield forced away. FaunKeH, beautiful 2-man taunt. There's the circle of protection, and they're going to be able to pick up Magnet. Cataclysm does stun out 3. Nice Spirit Ball, and that is a double kill there for Oenamaus.
They're going to be looking at that Gold Fury next. Divine, LiquidRenegade, they're rotating in. Robdigidy, though, it's already at half. The question is, can SYF get in? Jack, Tomahawk, they're playing Protect. They're looking to zone out Liquid. Can they get the Gold Fury? Under 2,000, Talk coming through. It is going to be the Gold Fury. Who's it going to? Not yet. No, it's being reset.
Done. And Tomahawk looking for LiquidRenegade. Eagles rally force defensively. Integral Nation do get that Gold Fury, and they're even further in the lead here. They're looking for Divine. There's
Taunt.
a dash.
Oh,
Taunt does not land. Spirit Ball does go out, and that's going to be that. And beautiful fight here for Integral.
We're looking at this tower, though. 5 members of Integral. They got the Gold Fury, and now they're looking for the tier 1. Redoxide and Divine, the 2 hyper carries, going to try and protect it. Twist rotating in as well, but they're not going to have any of it. They're just going to allow Integral to walk away. It's only 500 gold and a little bit of map control. Don't risk getting too far behind by taking a bad fight.
And Integral lost nothing there. We have to emphasize that. No one died.
Let's take a look at the graphs real quick and see how much it swung back in their favor.
Whoa.
Look at that. It was a 16 or 1,700 goal lead for SYF. You could see the dips we've gone through in this game, but now back in favor of Integral. 1,000 gold, though. I mean, 600. This game is literally dead even.
Yeah, it's the graph. The graph is such a. It's
such
so
a good
back and forth.
It's such a good graph.
It is. I like it. It's beautiful. And looking at the gold per minute, looking at Robdigidy, 422. And that's mainly due to being able to outfarm because he soloed out Redoxide. He had more time in lane and farmed up very, very well there.
And for that tier 1 tower on the left-hand side, actually pretty important because you could see it's going to open up a lot of farming for Redoxide, who was struggling before, but Robdigidy more than likely going to be rotating to these team fights. You could already see he's in mid lane, Redoxide sitting over in the dual lane, and if a fight breaks out now, it's going to be numbers advantage for Integral, but it looks like no one wants to take that.
Robdigidy has finished his executioner now too, whereas Redoxide has not. He's very, very close to it though, so Robdigidy needs to be in these team fights so that he can get that DPS out, reduce the protections from SYF. And Redoxide, he just has to sit at the back. He can't do too much in these fights.
I mean, he's so far behind.
Athena, who can just dash in, get a taunt. Jack can cavalry charge through the entire team, get a stun, and then just blow up the Artemis.
There's a lot of dive coming out for Integral. Divine looking for Jack here, 1v1 coming through. Time stop not going to connect to Divine. He's going to be backing off of that. Yeah, you look at that Bulwark of Hope picked up for Jack. Once again, itemizing very early into the magical defense against Divine's mages.
What is that? He's going for the Jotuns there? Very difficult to see. But yeah, there will be a Jotuns rise for Jack 47, so he hasn't gone so far behind. Like in game number 1, he needs that damage out to be able to blow someone up with that cavalry charge, Tower Assault, and Warrior's Will combo there.
Items coming out. Beads really across the board for SYF, making sure that no one gets too caught out by FaunKeH in those taunts. There is a lot of control. There's a lot of stuns coming out for Integral. Jack has cavalry charge. FaunKeH has the taunt. Oenamaus has a silence. Well, it's not a stun. Still pretty powerful. A stun as well. Tomahawk, Whirlwind of Rage and Still. We haven't seen too many useful ones so far. A lot of the times kind of break up the team fight, though.
Yeah, there was that one in the mid lane where he got three.
But there was no follow-up.
3 people, yeah. No one was there to follow up.
Oh, Blink
and taunt onto 2.
Oh, Magnet forced out immediately.
Taking so much damage. Magnet does get sniped. Actually, Jack secures that one. Defender of Olympus now to protect Tomahawk.
Divine's in trouble.
Back,
rewind.
Rewind to get him out of there, and the circle of protection as well. Keeps the entire team healthy. Nice 2-man taunt. FaunKeH can Sif turn this one around. It doesn't look like they'll be able to, as Integral keep the pressure on with Tomahawk going under tower.
But look at this, Integral, they're so healthy. They have the Guan as well to heal up, and it's going to be a tier 2 tower. But look at this, LiquidRenegade in a lot of trouble. FaunKeH's looking for the back line, but it's going to be Divine who's catching him out. FaunKeH, he's getting turned on. Taunt comes through. Divine finds the kill. Tier 2 tower going to be taken in response. Wow. Integral, they lose 1, they pick up 1, and they grab that tier 2 tower. Divine, it looks like he wants to fight. You can see SYF, they're not going to keep chasing, though, making sure that they don't give up too much.
Yeah, but what can SYF return?
Are SYF going to dive this tower?
I'd like to see that.
This is still really a 3v4. Awesome. Jack has teleport. He's going to be back in here real quick. Twist hitting the knockout. Mouse taking a little bit of damage. Spirit Ball coming through. Actually connects on it too. Whoa, a lot of damage. Divine finds Robdigidy, but Tomahawk takes out Redoxide. And look, Jack is back. He's looking for Divine. Tallow Assault not going to catch him. Magnet's rotated in as well. LiquidRenegade. Ultimate is up. They're going to lock down Mass. Twist blinks in. Liquid finds one. Knockup coming out from Tomahawk. Jack looking for Divine, but it looks like Integral. They're being forced out. Divine is diving the tower. Gep shield. Jack, he's going to be chased out. LiquidRenegade, a little bit too deep. These fights are so back and forth. Both teams so tanky, and the fights, they're lasting so long that people are coming off of respawn and still continuing it.
They look like they want to fight again as well.
Oh, they don't want to stop. Look at it, 10 to 11 in kills. It's back and forth.
The pressure just keeps going on. Look,
what?
Wow, 20,000 damage. Look at that. Huge, and I said it right at the start. Oh, wow, Divine forced in. There's a Geb shield. Does he have his rewind to get himself out of there? No, he doesn't. He needs all that protection. Nice Cataclysm. As soon as it comes off cooldown, there is the rewind. Gets him to safety, and now it looks like Integral looking to force it even further. He's Divine taking extremely low. 4-man taunt, and LiquidRenegade actually turns that one around. Kill onto FaunKeH.
The snipe, oh, just barely.
Divine taking extremely low. If that last one hit, he would have been taken out.
Robdigidy trying here, but it looks like the fight finally broken off. The tier 1 tower in mid. Integral, they hold for now. It looks okay. They're going to stop. They're going to take a breather real quick. They're going to back off. Magnet just looking to farm level 17 right now. And look at this, right? We're 23 minutes in. There's not a player over level 18. They have been fighting that much. There hasn't been efficient farm from either team.
It kills 11 to 11. It's so close here.
Started up. LiquidRenegade. Integral Nation, they want to try and sneak it, but they don't want to really group themselves up, I'd say, for Magnet.
No, okay, so Integral need to get this Gold Fury so they can keep snowballing, keep SYF on the back foot so their carries cannot continue. Divine, like we saw on the graph, he was total damage 20,000, so far above the person in second place.
7,000 ahead of his own teammate, Redoxide, who has been honestly getting beaten by Robdigidy so far, but apparently Redoxide has been doing the damage in the team fights a little bit more efficiently. Robdigidy, though, is working on crit. He's got tier 2 of that rage. Redoxide, though, only tier 1, it seems. A little bit behind still.
Yeah, so Mouse. I'm looking at Mouse. He is the turning point for Integral. If he does not get a nice stun or a circle of protection, then they've lost the team fight.
I would say a lot of the times it seems like Integral is a little bit, I don't want to say scared, but hesitant at pulling the trigger. FaunKeH multiple times blinking in and finding these multi-man taunts, and you know, we'll see a Spirit Ball, and the rest of Integral kind of just sit there for a second, and then they go in. But by then the taunt has ended, and SYF are already disengaging. We need to see them work as a team, and if they can find that unison, they can burst these players. They have so much control to force out the beads early in the fight and then look for re-engages.
All right, Gold Fury started up here for Integral, and SYF not in a position to try and disrupt this, although Redoxide is looking for something nice. Stun does come out, looking for the Cataclysm from Twist. Defender Olympus started charging up, not going to be pulled there, and FaunKeH burst so low. Circle Protection does go down, trying to keep him healthy, and it will. Redoxide, he's got the DPS on the back side here, and it looks like Jack will be the first to go down. Divine, he does pick that one up. LiquidRenegade
Rob, nowhere to go, man.
More aggressive. Robdigidy off to the back. Will he get taken down? Yes, he will. Redoxide does secure that one, and that's Artemis now. He's just going to keep scaling from there.
Tomahawk in a lot of trouble trying to fight Divine. Nowhere to go. 3 members surrounding him. 5, actually. Liquid finds that kill. That's going to be 3 dead on the side of Integral. That tier 1 tower. Now SYF, they're going to walk straight to the Gold Fury. It's up to Mouse and FaunKeH to try and defend that if they want. It's not going to be easy. You can already see Twist posted up, looking to control the zone, making sure that it doesn't get stolen. We've seen these objectives go back and forth, but I don't think Mouse is going to be able to get in there. Oh, FaunKeH, he's close.
Oh,
FaunKeH's going to try.
No. And what can SYF get a kill? No. Just
Divine does use his cheats.
Can we take a look at the graphs, please? Let's look at that. Wow, look at that. It's so back. I've never seen a graph like that before. Back and forth, 1,500 gold in the lead right now for SYF. I mean, these teams right now are dead even. I've said it multiple times, but it is, right? There hasn't been a lead greater than 2,000, basically. That's phenomenal. We're 27 minutes into this game. Players just hitting level 20. We have the first level 20 at 27 minutes. This is how much these teams have been fighting and engaging, and really only 14 to 11 in kills isn't that high for how much action we've seen. Yeah, definitely. So I'm just amazed at this. So SYF, if you told me in the Pro League that this game would happen, I wouldn't believe you. Integral have just come back and they've practiced so hard from being in the Pro League, picking up FaunKeH and going from the Challenger Cup to right now. Their play has just improved so drastically.
It took a month and a little bit of practice, but they're competing with the best of them now. Group up here, Fire Giant. It's spawned up here. Ward control in favor of Integral. LiquidRenegade trying to steal away those mid camps. A lot of grouping up here from both teams.
Oh, and that is just a 5-man grouping charge up for the dash from FaunKeH.
Two-man taunt. Knock up. Oh, blown up. Divine is gone. Cataclysm coming through. Jack's under half. FaunKeH, he's going to be charging that ult. And Tomahawk's going to throw him right into it. LiquidRenegade taking a lot of damage. Ult's in play. Spirit Ball connects. Jack super low, but the heal coming through. Redoxide finds the kill. Liquid being chased out. Look at the grouping, though. Redoxide double kill for him. Liquid super low. Mouse finds a double kill. Redoxide finds a triple kill. He's looking. One more hit. Is he going to get the Quadra?
Yes.
Quadra kill coming out. Penta kill. Penta kill for Redoxide.
Look at that health. And what will they go for next? Will it be a tier 2 tower? They're not opting for the Fire Giant.
5 dead. SYF lose Divine at the start of that fight, but Redoxide got the 5 kills, but that was all Twist. Twist kept Redoxide alive that entire fight. Fire Giant's not going to be the target. It's going to be the tier 2 tower. SYF have just blown this game wide open. We didn't see a lead larger than 2K. Take a look at the graphs real quick. It's been extended. 4,000. It's still close.
Huge
but
spike.
Redoxide is more than online. More than online at this point.
And this is what Integral had to fear from the start. Seeing that Artemis pick, seeing the Chronos pick as well. The later this game goes, and we said it, SYF just keeps snowballing. As soon as they get to that late game, that's the powerhouse. And we just saw it with that huge pentakill.
Oh man, Jack and FaunKeH here going to be clearing out their own jungle. Redoxide right now. He's got the Rage online, working on the Deathbringer. He did not even have Deathbringer in that last fight. Fire Giant going to be started up here. Integral Nation just doing their own buffs. Looks like SYF just want to be baiting a fight, though.
Do they have much? It doesn't look like they've got much vision of the Fire Giant. They have no idea what SYF are going to be doing. Like, it's such a difficult task to do. If you don't have vision, you have no idea what's going on. You can't make a proper call. Torn onto 2, forced beads from Redoxide. It's going to be down for another 1.5 minutes. Cavalry charge. Redoxide does pick up FaunKeH. It's a 4v5 now. And now Tomahawk is forced to back away. Jack taken quite low as well. Just poked out a little bit, and now Robdigidy taken quite low as well. And this is not a fight for Integral. They have to let the Fire Giant go.
Jack is going to be dead, but it doesn't look like they want to. Fire Giant started up. Tomahawk rotating in the area. He's actually tagged up, so he's not going to be able to blink in. This Fire Giant, no one's even close to it. It's so low, 1,000. That's going to be an FG picked up for SYF Gaming.
Oh, and there's the fight. Twist has initiated. Nice Cataclysm. Redoxide forced to dash away. Circle of Protection did go down. Didn't do too much. And now Magno secures a kill into Jack 47. Mouse is going to be the next target. He had that
3
ages,
dead,
but only for a few seconds. And now Divine and LiquidRenegade and the rest of SYF are just going to continue towards this Phoenix.
If SYF can find a kill, this is game.
This could be game.
If they can find a kill, it's going to be game. But I think SYF, they played it so safe in game 1. They're going to play it safe in game 2. Look at the pings coming out on the minimap. It's going to be that tier 2 tower on right into the Phoenix on right lane. Mouse going to be spawning here in about 30 seconds. Same with Jack. Tomahawk, Robdigidy. They're going to protect their Phoenix here. And SYF, they're charging in.
And you've got a Chronos and an Artemis. They take down structures so quickly. Both of them have got attack speed increase as well. So no structure can live for more than 5 seconds here. And there's the team fight. FaunKeH does get burst out so quickly. The DPS from Redoxide does secure that one. Rewind from Divine. He tanks up the Phoenix a little bit. And that's going to be a second Phoenix going down here. Game number 2. They're going to look to close it out. Do you reckon they'll go for the duo lane or just back and then
they're going to be backing. They're going to be backing here. Probably charging into that gold theory. They just had a huge burst in golden experience. Make sure to spend it. That's going to be a 9,000 gold lead, 17K experience lead. Most players starting to hit level 20. Actually, every single player on SYF outside of Twist, the support, has hit level 20. Integral still a couple levels behind.
One team fight. One team fight was the difference between this game being so even and a 9k gold lead, a pentakill, and so many structures, 2 fingers down as well. And that's just how close this game can be, is one team fight.
I mean, Redoxide was just getting beat for the most part. Robdigidy, he got an early kill at the first minute. It was first blood. And then from there, he just controlled Redoxide. But get it, Artemis to late game. Twist and Redoxide played so well together. Twist and Redoxide have been fighting team fights perfectly. Twist, his job is literally to stick onto Redoxide, and Redoxide's job is to sit there and do damage and live. And he has been doing a great job. 31k player damage. The last time we took a look at these graphs, it was the Chronos at 20,000, and it was Artemis at 13.
Yeah,
look at this now.
The difference. Yeah. The Artemis just played so well. Redoxide is absolutely on fire right now. Fire Giant as well.
Don't start the puns now. Blinking Cataclysm onto Mouse, but bees are going to be forced. Twist throwing out that creeping curse, but it's Tomahawk going to be grouping up 3. Circle protection in the back. Redoxide finds FaunKeH. Tomahawk, he's dove too deep. One more kill, and that's going to be the Phoenix.
Game.
That's going to be the Titan. That's going to be game in third place to SYF Gaming, the Oceanic Regional Championships. Congratulations, boys.
Very, very well played there by SYF. Early game did go to Integral, though. We can't take that away from them. Beautiful play. And SYF just played to the team comp. Just bring it to late game.
Look at that man right there. He is so happy. Guy on the right, that's Redoxide. Pin a kill at his first lane. Look at him. Oh man.
These guys are all buddies.
Twist as well right there. That dual lane. Honestly, the dual lanes, they were so strong for both these teams. And Divine also from SYF playing out of his mind. Just a great showing from both of them. SYF, though, coming out on top in that second game.
Yeah, and it was just beautiful play. And we saw a pentakill. I want to see the replay of that.
I think we have to replay.
That was...
we'll have to see here in a minute, though. Divine... Man, they're...
It takes it out of you, doesn't it?
They are worn out after that one. That was a back and forth.
Closest game. I think even through the Pro League.
Oh, no, that was...
Closest game.
Even in North America and Europe, you very rarely see games that close or that back and forth. Sometimes you'll see big swing backs, but not the, one team wins a team fight, gets a lead, another team wins a team fight, gets a lead. The back and forth, I think we saw, 6 or 7 plus lead changes in that match.
Yeah, that was absolutely insane. Both of these teams so closely matched, and it was all just down to how you play on the day, and it was extremely well played.
Once again, guys, for those of you just joining us, this is the Smite Oceanic Regional Championships. Unfortunately, the teams who just played today fell yesterday. They fell in Friday, and they had to play in the third, fourth place match, but it's their first land. There was still $20,000 on the line. SYF come out on top. We're going to be having the Paladin show match here in about an hour after that, and finally the grand finals between Avant-Garde versus Direwolves. But we got a replay for everyone. I'm pretty sure this is the Pinnacle. We're going to be taking a look here. Redoxide playing a big part in giving SYF the win.
So it started off very well for Integral. They
just watch Redoxide. Look at him in the left. Perfect positioning.
And nice ultimates coming through as well. But it's all just down to him being able to deal that damage. He had the beads up as well. But watch Twist and watch Redoxide. Look at the synergy between the two. And they're able to tank it up. Double kill there.
Just look at Redoxide's positioning. It was so good, and then he was able to outbox Robdigidy.
Look at that Geb shield, beautifully timed. And the lifesteal keeping him alive as well. Beautiful play coming out from SYF.
Redoxide was on death's door. That health, you see him right there, he was on that health like for 5, 6, 7 seconds in a team fight. He was probably scared. He was definitely scared, but a great play from SYF as a team, as individuals. We're going to be getting an interview with the team captain here. Sandman, take it away with the winners.
Thank you very much, Adonis. I do have LiquidRenegade here from SYF Gaming. Firstly, congratulations, $12,500 for your team. How are you guys feeling?
We're all pretty happy, just caught up in the moment, especially with Red getting the penta at the end there was just kind of more than we could ever expect.
Yeah, do you want to talk us through that game? It was actually very close for the vast majority. How did it play out, and was that the key point at the end? What came to that?
With the 2 hyper carries, we were expecting to be a little bit behind in the mid to late game, or mid-game, but we got a little lead early and then just the back and forth, but we were quietly confident that once we got to late game, it would have Red and Divine online and just be damage coming out of everywhere.
So you weren't worried?
Well, there's a little bit of worry when we lost the team fights, but we rebounded and were able to push through, so it was good.
You certainly did, came through at the end. Now, earlier on in the season, you made a couple of roster changes. How has that worked out for your team?
I think there was instability when we made them, but now that we've had the month leading up to LAN, it's really stabilised and it's helped us.
So you guys have come through. You've third place is 12.5 grand. It's actually pretty impressive. What is next for SYF Gaming and Smite?
Probably a break. Now that this is over and we're not qualified to Worlds, just have a week or two and just relax.
And you get to enjoy the rest of the packs. Anything you're looking at, want to enjoy?
Definitely going to be watching the game later on. Definitely want to see Direwolves take on Avant. That'll be a great series.
What is your prediction for our winner in Avant versus Direwolves? What's it going to come down to?
I reckon it'll go the full 5 games. I'm expecting it to be tight for all of them, and I reckon it'll be whichever team can have the best late game in the 5th game will probably be the winner.
So it's going to be 3-2-2?
3-2 Direwolves.
3-2 to Direwolves. You hear it. Heard it here first with LiquidRenegade. Ladies and gentlemen, massive shout out to all our sponsors for this weekend here at ESL Arena, Plantronics, HyperX, LG, and Origin Computers. Up next, we're going to have a giveaway, so don't go anywhere. After that giveaway, we will be heading into our Paladins show match. And of course, the highlight of the day, the grand final between Avant-Garde and Direwolves. We're going to see who takes away the $25,000 first prize and the spot at Smite World Championships 2016. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back very, very shortly.